welcome back to my channel. It is a Saturday and I'm going to take you along with me as I do some apartment updates and just shopping for decor stuff and continuing to get stuff set up. I feel like our first week of being here, it was the week between Christmas and New Year, so we were able to just bust out a lot, and now that we're both fully back into work, it's just finding little pockets of time and weekends to get stuff done. So check out our living room right now. Our dining table just came in yesterday and I think our plan is to get it set up tomorrow at some point. Hi! Lots of boxes that need to go to recycling. My headboard came in yesterday that I'm probably not gonna keep because I found another one I really like, but we're gonna check it out and confirm that. But anyways, I'm gonna be heading out to Half Moon Bay in a little bit. It's a city a little bit south of San Francisco, but they've got a bunch of nurseries out there, like plant nurseries. So I'm gonna go try to find some plant babies for our living room and also my room. Anna is making us some breakfast right now. Thanks, Anna. Yep. And I'm about to make some coffee, but I wanna show you the coffee I have first. So if you follow Jess and Gabriel Conti, they are Christian YouTubers as well. You might have seen that Gabriel launched a coffee company a couple months back called Grace Coffee Co. And I just love what they're doing with it because one, the coffee is super good. It's fair trade and organic. But then what's neat about the company is that 10% of their proceeds go toward Compassion International to sponsor a child. And how cool is that? And how cute is this mug? You've probably seen this in Jess's vlogs if you watch them, but I'm about to make some of this. And if you want to try them out, I tried the mocha java flavor and it's super good. I'll have that linked down below, and you can also get 15% off with the code Kaci Nicole. It is the next day. I want to give you guys a couple updates from yesterday. First of all, I have to introduce you to my little plant babies. So here's the first one. This is a premium pothos, and I was just so obsessed with the leaves. Honestly, I had kind of ideas of what kinds of plants I wanted to get. I think I want like a fiddle leaf for here, and then I wanted some other ones for the living room. And so this wasn't even really on the list, but I just saw it and couldn't pass it up because how pretty is this? Also, I did a little thing on my Instagram stories asking for plant name ideas because I think I'm just gonna go for it and be that person who names their plants. And there were a lot of suggestions that came in. I think right now it's between Esther and Penelope. I kind of like Penelope the pothos, but we'll see. And then I also wanted to show you the headboard that I mentioned was in the box. So I got this one from Target, and I do think that I like it better than I thought I was gonna like it, but I don't think I'm actually gonna keep it, mainly just because I think that having the headboard that's wooden, kind of rattan, caned, whatever, with the white frame I think might bother me. And there's one that I saw on Urban Outfitters that I love, and that's the one that I kind of keep going back to, but I ordered this one because one, it's cheaper, and two, it was available in stock right now, whereas the Urban Outfitters one won't ship until the middle of March. And so I figured I'd try this one for now to see if I might like it. And I just think that ultimately the other one, even though it's a little bit more pricey, is one that I could see myself wanting and keeping pretty long term. Whereas this one, I feel like it kind of just fits the need now and I don't even fully love it. And so I think I'm just realizing with home furniture, like sometimes you do want to find cheaper ways of doing things. And that's what I try to do most of the time. But there are times when it is better to just invest in the piece that you really love that is good quality. And by the time I pay for this bed frame here, with the headboard, the price difference actually isn't that tremendous. And so I think I'm going to keep the bed frame until the Urban Outfitters one ships, return this guy now, and then once the Urban Outfitters one gets here, then I'll try to sell this one. But I'll put a photo in here of what the Urban one looks like. I'm very excited. I'm going to go for kind of like the wood, earthy, natural tones in here, and then also going to change out these hardware thingies for gold ones, and so I'll show you guys those later in the video. God said, "Let there be light." Boom! So cute. Yay! And now we have a table.
Woo!
It is the next weekend from when I did my last clip, I believe. Like I was saying, I feel like there's just literally no time in the week to get stuff done. But it is Saturday now, and I finally have a Saturday at home to just get stuff done. And it's actually like 3, so I've already used up half the day. But I honestly just needed like a slow morning, sleeping in, spending time journaling. I just caught up with a friend and it's been super nice. But I'm gonna start tackling some more projects now, picking up where we left off from last weekend. So, just got this coming up. This is a stand-up mirror, and I'm gonna put it up against this wall and probably do like a little ivory colored vase with some pampas grass right here. This one, again, is gonna be that wood bed frame I showed you, so I wanted to break up the wood, and this is like a gold rimmed mirror with some ivory there. So gonna get that up here in a second, and then it's just one of the ones that like leans up against the wall, but I always wondered with those how it works, because you know, if you have like my niece, for example, she always likes to come and run up against the mirror that I had in my old room. And like if she were to run up against it, would it fall over? But I guess with the ones that lean up against the wall, you get something. Let me flip you around. I realized I didn't have to keep showing you the wall as I was talking. With the ones that hang up against the wall, you get something called a tip kit. And so basically it's like this little thing that holds it from behind, so it still looks like it's just leaning up against the wall, but if there was like an earthquake or somebody bumped up against it, it's not just gonna like fall over and crush them. So I'm not sure if this mirror came with a tip kit. The ones I was looking at online, a lot of them said they did. This one didn't say. So I'm gonna get it unboxed right now and see if it has a tip kit. If not, I will have to order one on Amazon and wait on putting that up. And then I also had a armchair come that's gonna go in this corner over here, and then planning to try to find like a little fiddle leaf. So those are my 2 projects today. This is all gonna get cleared off still. Floating shelves going up here. And then I wanna also change out the hardware I was telling you about. So that is my plan. I'm gonna see how much I can get done. 1, 2, 3, ready, go. So the mirror did not come with a tip kit, so I'm just leaving it there until we have that so it can be done safely. And then just got the legs on the little chair, so about to unveil that. Okay, I feel like this is a big moment because this is probably where I'll film most of my sit-down videos. So what is our little setup gonna look like? Ta-da! Oh, I like it. It's cozy. Here is the cute little armchair. I really like it. It's kind of more of a textured thing than I even realized on the website, but I love, and then I love the lighter wood legs because that'll be kind of similar to the color of the floating shelves up here, and then also for my bed. So kind of a question. This cute little hanging plant, I got him last weekend, which you just saw like 2 minutes ago. I am trying to figure out where to put him, her. Actually her, we decided her name was Penelope, right? Whoops, sorry. Trying to figure out where to put her. Potentially thinking of hanging her from this corner over here, but let me explain my thought process. So if we remember, on this side of the room, we're gonna have pampas grass, and then I haven't decided if I'm gonna keep these dried flowers over here or put them somewhere on that side of the room. But I definitely want a mixture of like the pampas dried plant type stuff with actual green plants. And so I'm trying to figure out, like, I definitely need to have green somewhere on this side. So should I put Miss Penelope or Esther? Did we decide on Penelope? Let's go with that. Should I put her right here or over here? And I'm now kind of thinking maybe over here because I'm still not really sure what I'm doing with this corner. Leave suggestions if you have ideas. Only because I'm already gonna have a green plant right here. Like I said, I'm trying to do like a fiddle tree thing. And then also on the floating shelves, I am planning to do some like string of hearts, the dangly plants and stuff. So we're already gonna have a good amount of green over here. So maybe I hold off on doing green over here, and then I just do some more of like the dried flower stuff here, and then put green there. Let me know your thoughts. Clearly figuring a lot out. And as for figuring a lot out, here's what we're working with over here with the hardware. So this top one looks really dark on camera. This is really more of like a brass, like you can see. And then this one here is more of a true gold. I clearly need to clean my dresser off, just ignore that. But I'm trying to figure out which one of the two I want to do. I think I'm probably leaning toward the bottom one. I kind of wanted the look of the bar one just because I typically like that. But the more I look at it, this one has a little bit more, like you can see the residue from the previous knob a little bit more. I had these little silver ones on it. And then this one you can still see it, but oh man, I really need to clean that, just ignore. This one you can still see it, but because it's a circle and the base is a little bit bigger, I feel like it's a little bit more camouflaged. And so kind of want to sit on it for a minute and decide before I do the work of doing it, because I'm going to do the same one for my whole dresser over here and then just return the ones I don't use. So anyways, I just put a little poll on my Instagram because I feel like one, sometimes it's just fun to throw it out there, and two, sometimes if people have a different opinion from what you're leaning toward, or if they say one thing, it makes you realize you actually wanted the other one. So I'm gonna see if that works, test that theory, and see if I can decide, because then I would love to get these all done tonight. Feel so fancy with this. Okay, so while we're waiting for Instagram to decide the fate of my dresser here, I'm gonna get started on the next project. So I want to do a little DIY painting. I'm gonna test it out on this guy. I don't know if this is a good idea. Maybe this is a bad idea, but you guys have probably seen like the terracotta paint DIY where you take a little bit of acrylic paint and mix it with baking powder, and then it makes like the nice ceramic kind of looking feel. And a lot of people do it with vases. So you can go to Goodwill and get like a $2 vase and paint it, and then it looks like a really nice ceramic vase. And so that's what I'm planning to do with like those dried flowers I was showing you, because I want a skinnier vase that's gonna like make them more upright. And I'll probably get a couple other ones just to style stuff on the floating shelves when they come. Haven't had a chance to go to Goodwill yet, but here's the situation with this little guy. So this is just like a thing that I have to hold currently my essential oils, and it's just like the perfect size for it. I don't want to make them all tip, but they just all fit in there really well. And so I would like to be able to keep this guy, but I'm kind of veering away from the silver and the mirrored stuff. And so I'm trying to see if I can paint him. But anyways, I don't know how it's gonna look with like the little squares and stuff, but I'm gonna test it out and hope it goes well, and we shall see. Is this a bad idea? And so I've just got some glass cleaner, and I'm just gonna clean it off, probably empty out the essential oils. And then I have acrylics. These I just got from, I think, Target and Amazon. This one's a light ivory, and so I think I might just do this one, but then I also got this pale terracotta color, so I can do kind of like neutrally tans. I don't want to go like full on terracotta, but I figure if I do mainly ivory and mix in a little bit of this, then it could be cool. This is kind of like my first time DIYing, so I really don't know what I'm doing, and maybe this will be a giant fail, but we're gonna try it. So here we go. All right, so the Instagram vote for the hardware has been up for a little while now, and I think it's confirming what I was leaning towards, so it is still pretty split. About 64% are voting for the bottom one and 36% for the top. And I feel like that's just confirming for me that I do like the bottom one, and I think the more I look at them, I feel like the bottom one just looks a little bit more clean. They're both really nice, but I think it's gonna be the bottom one. Say goodbye to the little bar. Good morning. It is Sunday, like you saw on it, and I watched online church this morning, and then I headed out right after that to go run some errands. So first off, I ran into an issue when I was putting in the knobs yesterday on my dresser, because basically I think the knobs that were on there before were a little bit deeper. So the screws that came with them, being that like my dresser wood is kind of thin, the screws weren't long enough to make the knob tight. And so I found out I needed some washers, so I just ran to Home Depot to get some. And then I was also gonna check out to see if they had a fiddle leaf tree to go in that little spot I was showing you by the chair, because a friend was telling me that Home Depot has good prices on those, but they only had one and its sleeves weren't perfect. And then I also realized that I don't think it would have fit in my car because it's too tall. I might have been able to lay it down, but then it's like, what do you do with the dirt? So I think I need to come prepared next time with like a towel or something, or have a friend with like a truck come. Anywho, so I wanted to share some thoughts about the process of setting up the home. Also, I'm not driving. We're gonna take that off. But I've just found myself, like I've kind of said in a couple of videos, just so focused on like wanting to get it all set up and all done. And I will be so excited to tackle one project. And then as soon as it's done, like I don't even really let myself enjoy that. I'm just thinking about the next thing I want to get done, which I think is just partially how I'm wired. I'm very task oriented, to-do list, but I'm trying to pause and remind myself to be thankful for and enjoy the process, because it truly is so enjoyable for me. And it's something I've really been looking forward to for a long time. Like I mentioned, when I moved out of my parents' house in that vlog, I lived there up until 28. I'm 28 now. And I was really just staying there, one, to pay off student loans, also because I'm close with my parents, so I feel like it wasn't like a huge urgent thing to get out, but I was paying off student loans, and then took about a year and a half after that to just save up everything I had been putting toward loans. And so, but anyways, that was really good when I was living with them, but definitely that entire time I was so looking forward to the day when I would have my own space to decorate and to make my own, which is exactly what I'm getting to do right now. And so now that I'm in that space, I just find myself wanting to be like, oh, I just want it to be done, and that's when I'll be happy. And I think that's just such human nature, that whatever season we're in, we pine after that next season, and then when we're there, we don't even stop to enjoy it because we're just thinking about the next one. I remember writing a blog post a couple years ago about this idea of, you know, being in a Bible study where all my friends were either married or engaged and I was the single one, and me constantly praying like, God, bring that person into my life. And then there was a girl who was dating her boyfriend, and she was like, man, I just want to get engaged. And then there was a girl in the same Bible study who was engaged, and she's like, man, this wedding planning is stressful, I just want to get married. And there was a girl who was married, and she's like, I just want to get pregnant. And then there was an older friend who was in that Bible study who at the time had 3 kids, and she's like, you know what, I wish I had taken more time to myself when I was single to really learn who God created me to be. And it was just such this clear picture of this cycle of all of us longing to get to that next season. And the girl who was kind of in the season that was the pinnacle, right, married with kids, was like, I feel like I didn't get that time when I was single to have that time. And so all that to say, I'm just reminding myself to, yes, look forward to everything being set up in the home, but to enjoy the process. And so I feel like as I've been reminding myself of that, it's just shifted it a little bit, and I've been able to just find so much joy in it and remember that this is something I prayed for a really long time, and something I looked forward to for a really long time, of getting to do this and getting to decorate my space. And so I've just been thanking God on each little step. Like if I order something for the apartment, just thanking him like, God, thank you that I have the ability to buy this thing I just bought to decorate my apartment. Thank you that I get to work on this little project today that's one step closer to getting everything set up. And so I just wanted to share that. Also, it's been so sweet living in the apartments. I don't know if I mentioned this in another video, but there's a ton of people from our church who live in the apartment complex because the landlord actually goes to our church. And so a lot of younger people from our church live there, whether that's a situation like me where I've got a roommate who she also goes to my church, or younger married couples also live there. And it's just been so fun to have that sense of community. It also took a little getting used to, because one of the days I went out to bring out my recycling and ran into like 3 different people from the church. And so it was kind of just a reminder of like, oh shoot, like when I go outside, know that you're probably gonna run into people. But really, it's just been so sweet. We have some of our friends who live 2 doors down, and the other day Tess texted us and she was like, do you have any mangoes? And I was like, no, but I was about to go to Trader Joe's in like 2 minutes. You want me to grab some? And then later that night, because I had actually been going to Trader Joe's to get ingredients to make Whole30 compliant brownies, which, side note, we're on day 26 right now, I believe. So Whole30 is almost done, and that vlog will be coming out soon. But anyways, I was making the Whole30 brownies and got back to the apartment with all the ingredients and realized I don't actually have a baking pan yet. And so I texted Tess asking her if we could borrow one. And I've just never lived in that kind of community before, where it's like you ask your neighbor for an egg if you're out. But we have that now, and so that's been super sweet and super fun. And I've still been doing the online church with my church, like I said, but those same friends have also started sort of like a home church thing that some people from our church also go to sometimes. And so a couple weeks ago we got to go 2 doors down to their apartment and do home church together, and her husband was preaching and we all worshiped together. So it's just been super, super sweet and I have been loving it. Anyways, I got my washers, got my other errands done. I think I need to grab some gas and then I'm gonna head back home. I'm hoping I have time to do these knobs and set up the mirror because I think that tip kit thing is supposed to come today, but we're gonna see. I need to film a devotional video for the Her True Worth Facebook community. If you are familiar with that Instagram page, Her True Worth, they also have a Facebook page, and so my friend Tara's son had asked me to film a devo for them. Gonna work on that today, and then if I have extra time, I'll get to these home projects. I'm actually gonna bake some more of those Whole30 brownies because I'm going over to a friend's house tonight for a little game night. So, just depends on what I have time for, but I will definitely make sure to give little updates on whatever gets finished by the end of today because I'm hoping to wrap up this vlog by today and post it this week. So, let's go do that. Okay, so I just finished filming the Her True Worth video. The brownies are done. Let me actually go show them to you. So I have a little bit of extra time and I think I'm going to put the knobs on. Here's the brownies. They smell so good. They smell like normal brownies. They definitely don't taste like normal brownies. I think they're still good, but they definitely taste like healthy brownies. Anyway, so I think I'm gonna do the knobs right now and then probably won't get the mirror up today. I actually didn't get the tip kit yet, so that will have to be a stay tuned thing for the next vlog. You can see what that looks like. But I think I'm gonna do the knobs and then also do a second coat of paint on this little guy. So I actually, let me set you down. I actually don't think this was as big of a fail as I thought it was. So it's just a different look and I feel like it's taken some getting used to. But I feel like it's pretty cute and you can definitely still see this streaking on the paint, but I feel like with another coat it'll look good. And it's not just gonna be like a big statement piece in and of itself, it's gonna be one thing that's on a floating shelf with a bunch of other decor items. So I feel like it'll be cute. Yay, I finished the DIY project over here. I think it looks pretty cute. I added a little bit more this time of the terracotta, so it's kind of got a very, very pale pink look to it. And you can see, I think I put a little bit more baking soda this time too, so it's kind of textured. Again, it's not like the most beautiful thing in the world, but I think it'll be cute. And then the washers totally worked. I just tested it out on my nightstand. So you can just see that right there. It just gives that little extra bit that it needed to make it tight. And so they're really sturdy, really like them. Now it's time to do those. The knobs are officially done. They are super sturdy and they're so cute. I'm very excited about this. I hope that you enjoyed this video and enjoyed the fun little home decor DIY projects. I will be continuing to share as we go, and I'm so excited to show you the whole thing once it's done. But like I said, we are going to enjoy the process. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and then also hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. That is a huge way that you can help to support my channel. And then leave a comment down below letting me know which book that you hope that we're going to be doing for the next Bible Study with Me series. I am excited to start it. But thank you for watching this video and I will see you in my next one. Bye.